Well, I feel so awkward doing that. Hello everyone, and this is the second video in a day. Probably if I manage to upload it today. So this is a story time, and I'm gonna talk about a story from my life. I will start with a funny one. So, um, before I start, I don't want anyone to judge that like on anything. But I don't want anyone to judge me, and it's just for fun. So back when I was a kid, not long back, it was like 10 years ago, 10 or 12 years ago, when I was in class 4, 5, 6. So I used to be a very delusional kid back then. Maybe not right now too, but yeah, I was more delusional back then. And I was like, it was the time before any mobiles came into my life. So it was just like TV life. Uh, so I was a I was very fond of the cartoons. So I used to watch them literally for all day if I'm on holiday or something. So this is one particular incident. Like it's a series of incidents. So um, uh, I used to always think that cartoons which I watch are real, and I used to always imagine myself being with them in real, and they're invisible, and only I can see them. I had this habit of trying to talk to them, and my mom, what was that? And my mom asking me who you're talking to. I'm like, no, nothing. So the very first incident I remember was with the character Benton. So, so if you have watched Benton, you might know that he had a watch and it had like different characters you can switch to for a particular amount of time. So the watch was in green and white color. So I, it was a craze at the time. Like if you go to temples or melas or something, always find the watches. So I used to think that someone who's gonna sell the watch to me would be a real watch, and I would be a Benton in real life. And I still wanna believe it. So that was one thing, and one of my friend, my school friend, I mean, he was delusional too. I guess my school friend or my no native friend, I don't remember. We were like having a conversation about Benton being in real life, and we used to make assumptions like I have heard so and so, he lives there, that this, and he shared a story with me telling that so as I said, like it would be green and white color. So if you all remember, there was a boomer of green color, green and red jelly. Used to tell that you have to get around like 15, 20 packets of it, open everything, mix it up, and put it in a bowl and keep it outside your house when you're before going to sleep. And and next day, I don't know, someone is gonna come and replace it with a watch, Benton watch, and you can be one too. You can be like a character of Benton, and I believed it. I might have tried it too. I'm not sharing that. I did not actually. I did not. And my mom scolded me. Uh, but we thought it was real. I mean, we used to think like, yeah, someone has did that, they got superpowers, etc. Blah blah blah. And the craze of Benton was from a very long time. Starting from like my early childhood to even till class ninth high school life. I used to believe it was real. This is one story, Benton, and there's one more cartoon I used to watch the most, Doraemon. So if you have watched Doraemon, you might know that he has a pocket and he has a lot of gadgets to help his friend Nobita. So I used to feel I'm Nobita because I wear glasses too. And I was not wearing at the time, but yeah, I used to think I'm Nobita and I have a Doraemon with me. Delusion again. And I fell down or thought I just like needed someone. I used to talk with myself, assuming I'm talking with Doraemon, and I was like, "Help me out! I need this." I knew a like list of gadgets from the cartoon, so I used to be like, "Give me this, give me that," and what if I had this? What if I had that? And I always thought like Doraemon is a real life character from Japan, and I have to go to Japan. So it was in class three, four. Yeah, I was in class five, 4 or 5. We had moved to a different house at the time. So there's a mixture of stories here. So there was one more cartoon I was watching. Not cartoon or maybe a movie, Cars. If I don't remember, maybe Cars movie. So yeah, no, yeah, Doraemon. And I used to think Doraemon is from Hong Kong. Hong Kong for some reason, not Japan. Hong Kong from for some reason. I thought like if I go there, I might find him. I can like get him to come with me. Well, and as I said, I moved to this new house, and like I, I kind of made a setup where I feel like I have a car, supercar, and I had a crush at the time from my school, so I used to think they are with me too. I was fond of cars as well, like real life cars, and Lamborghini was, I guess, not Lamborghini. If you remember the Tarzan movie, Tarzan, it was a Lamborghini, so I thought it was like, the superior cars, and I always thought I owned one, and so yeah, I had this kind of setup kind of thing where I feel like I have a car. So every night after dinner, my parents go for a walk, and I sit in my home, sit alone in my bedroom. So I used to hop onto this car. And it all happened literally 15 minutes at the time. So I hopped onto the car, and I used to, drive to my crush's house. I knew where she was living. I used to pick her, and I used to go by car to Hong Kong. Yeah, car. Where I was going from Bangalore to somewhere near northeast, and I used to like, yeah, I had this crazy fantasy of driving on Great Wall of China, crossing the border. I thought it was connecting India and China, so I used to drive on that, and I used to land on China, and I used to drive there till Hong Kong non-stop in 15 minutes. Yeah, like if you watched cartoon, usually the kids in the cartoon they hide everything from their parents, so they just pretend like nothing. They're just a normal kid, but in a short ample of time, they do have some power, etc., etc. If you watched Penis and Ferb, you might know this. It's something like that. I was like, 15 minutes, may I should go, I should come, and I used to drive. I used to make sounds of the Lamborghini, and I used to drive. And the if you know the song Crazy Frog, it was very popular at the time. So I used to imagine that song in my head, and I used to drive so fast, and I used to go to Hong Kong. I used to meet Doraemon, have some talk, etc., etc., and then I come back in 15 minutes. And I used to think like, I spoke a lot with my crush, etc., etc. I never spoke to her in real though. Mm, that was one story. I used to do that literally every night. And then I had some friend in school, not college. Fuck. So even we used to talk about Doraemon. He had his own stories. I had my own stories. He used to tell there is some, what is it? There's some underground world in Hong Kong, and I have to go there. It's a deep, steep. I had to go there and I had to jump inside that, and it asks for a password. And we knew the password. And that's what we thought. We knew the password, and we go to the actual animated world where our favorite cartoons live. And I thought it was just a good escape plan if anything goes wrong. Anything goes wrong, as in if we have not completed our homework, or if we broke anything in house and didn't tell our parents. So that was like, just to talk a lot about it. We had a atlas. We used to point like, either yeah, it's right here, we have to go there. I used to like say some random shit, like literal random shit, the words that doesn't make any kind of sense. And thinking back in time right now, I just feel like, shit, I could have did something productive. I mean, yeah, that was one, and there was one more. Um, I guess it's from Shinchan, I guess, if I recall. Shinchan of Phineas and Ferb. Phineas, not penis. So, Shinchan, if you know, is like a very naughty kid, but loved by everyone, and everyone needs him. So I used to think myself as him. Yeah, myself as him. And I was not. Yeah, I was a very shy kid. Like, I used to, I was more of a speak to myself than rather than speaking to the person. But with my friends, I was very good, like very talkative, etc. But when I'm approaching a stranger, I'm, the total quiet person in the room. I still am. And I used to think like, whatever I do, I'll be the great extra. That was so delusional. And the Phineas and Ferb, it's like, I didn't watch it for a long time, but they used to build stuff in the backyard when their parents are not in home, and they clear everything off, or it gets erased by some fights, etc., etc., before their parents arrive. So I used to think, no, I did that too. I mean, I had some boxes and kind of stuff, and I don't know, some kind of catapult or something. I used to build a lot of stuff with that. There was some reference I was using, and I used to like build crazy stuff with that. And I used to feel like I'm a genius from the Phineas and Ferb, and that was one of the best times. Matlab, I was being productive, like not watching TV, and it's like using my mind a lot to try to do something innovative. Because because whatever I did was like totally right at the moment. I just like think I should do that. I did that. And that was a it's not delusional, but it was a good science skill, physics skill, whatever. And and there was one more story. I just literally remembered.
One eternity later.
Yeah, and this is one of the other stories linking to that. And if you remember at the time, the trump cards were very famous at the time, especially with WWE and cricket cards and Angry Birds, and there was Benton, I guess. There were a few kind of. Used to get them with some snacks. I had this crazy addiction of collecting literally everything, matlab cards. I had like a lot of cards, like a lot and lot. I used to pay at the time to get cards. And I used to ask money from my mom, like 5-10 rupees. Like, uske liye chahiye. And I had a friend who used to get this. I used to give him the money, and he used to get a lot of cards. And it's a crazy stuff. I had like around 500, 600 cards with me. Mostly they were from either WWE or Angry Birds. I, I had like a lot of collection. I wish I could show you, but my mom threw them. Yeah, she threw them, and I I had been collecting Pokemon cards as well, and she doesn't know it. I've been hiding it from them. I mean, she knows I collect, but I don't show it to her. So let me show it to you guys. I literally have like one bunch, and there are two more of same quantity. I have no fuck. I have no idea why I'm collecting them, but maybe they're the uh, what is that? They're that for me to be rich. I I always felt that. So there's one story with the Angry Bird cards. So I used to feel like if you get it was a numbered cards and it was there till 255 or 245. I don't remember. So if I collect all the cards from starting from series one to that last number, I thought I just like being Angry Birds. I mean, what fly? I mean, they don't fly. They're just like driven. I don't know. I just thought I'll be like a part of Angry Birds, and I used to do that like shit. And same with the WWE cards. And like, if I collect all the cards at the time, like of all the wrestlers, I might like get a chance to fight, not watch, fight. Yeah, fight. And I used to always imagine I was facing Brock Lesnar. If you don't know, he was one of the strongest at the time. I mean, there were other more, but he was one of the the beast kind. So I always thought I fought him, and I won. I made a record. Crazy. He was taller than me. I mean, I was not even of his leg size. I just always think, yeah, kya hai? I can like learn some moves and defeat him. This was one, and the other one was cricket. And I was not a good player. I used to play cricket all the time when I was young. Uh, so collecting these cricket cards, there were plenty. And I don't know, it was based on some stats or something. I thought if I had all the cards, I would get a chance to play. I mean, I had no idea about the coachings, the state trophies, etc. What and all you have to do to get to the international stage. I just used to think like cards collect kar lunga and I'll get to play. They never called me. Well, their loss. And I used to think like, yeah, I have this habit of playing the air cricket. I used to throw the ball at myself. Air again, delusional. I used to throw ball at myself. I used to eat them. I was fielding. I was catching. I was making like records. I was a good bowler, fielder, batsman, uh, and whatnot. I used to think like I every ball to six, and every ball I ball will be a wicket. And when I'm fielding, all the catches come to me, and I make all the greatest catches of the history. I mean, why? Why was I thinking like that? I don't know, but it was crazy. And yeah, maybe that's for the part one. For many, I might have a few more stories which I want to recall before like telling you guys. So we'll end today's story time here. And if this video reaches anyone by any chance, I would love to hear your stories as well. You can drop in the comments or text me in my social media or anywhere. Actually, I don't have an Instagram account for this ID. Let me create one. And yeah, you can just like send me your stories, and if you want, I can read it out in the next story time, or maybe just read it. I mean, if you guys want to share. I mean, if it reaches to you guys, I barely get one or two views. So yeah, maybe anytime in future. And so far the day today is the same day. It's my second video for the day, and I went to office. I came from office. I went to visit my mom, and I came home and I slept. I woke up. I got ready. I'm shooting this, and I have to go to office now again. Tough times. Well, yeah, and I've been. I started um, working on a video, not the Linux, the classes video, not the other one for the entertainment channel. So I might post it on Wednesday, Thursday, or maybe Saturday. I don't know. I still am like started to get started. Why am I speaking in the past tense? I started to dig for some more information about the topics. So once I have them, I gotta shoot. I got to get references, videos, etc., etc. I'll see how it goes. I mean, how much time it consumes, but yeah, I'm gonna do it. So till then, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.